it was being reported that the Haslams were looking to build a new stadium in Cleveland. They were looking at 2 new sites. Well, then it turns out they're not looking at building a new stadium. They're looking at doing some big-time renovations to First Energy Stadium and to the Lake Erie shoreline. So basically, I guess my question for you guys is, what do you want to see done to the stadium, and what do you want to see done to the surrounding area?
Okay, so I think if based off the article that I read, they want to basically turn that stadium into a year-long entertainment center, correct? Yeah, I know that they said they wanted to build, the rumor was $1 billion stadium. They wanted it to be somewhere that they could have concerts, entertainment, year-long.
I mean, that makes sense. Why wouldn't you want that?
And did they for sure say that that's not out? Because I saw the guy that wrote the article even said he wouldn't be surprised if, like, by 2028 they weren't, like, breaking ground on a new stadium.
Now, well, they came out and said they're just doing research, and
I read that too. Yeah,
it should be done by 2023, like the research for this thing. No, I mean they can say whatever they want,
right?
And then still try to go build a new stadium,
right?
I think at the end of the day, I think the big thing that like Cleveland is going to push back on, as far as the people that are in the city, is they're saying that the people of Cleveland are basically going to have to pay a big portion of that.
That's just basically how it is all the time.
I know. So here's my thing. If you're going to do it, I mean, let's do it. I would love to have a new stadium. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if we're going to renovate, First Energy Stadium's nice. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice stadium. Is it
that old?
No. In 1999 it was built.
I think it's a great looking stadium.
Yes.
And a night game, you're walking and you look across, it's lit up on the lake. It's enough to make a grown man cry.
Yeah.
But the functionality of it is terrible.
That's fair. So as a season ticket holder, here's my 2 things that I would love to have. I would love to have just a little bit more bathrooms. I'm not going to lie. If I decide that I'm going to drink at the game, it's a good chance I'm going to miss like a whole quarter taking a piss. That is just a real statement. There's times where I don't even want to drink because I'm like, I don't want to miss any of the action.
Yep.
My other thing too is I think the idea of having a retractable roof is kind of cool. I mean, I think, don't get me wrong, I've been to like some of the crappiest games in the world.
Say, you would know.
And don't get me wrong, I have lots of coats, so I'm fine, and lots of hand warmers and stuff. But like, would it be nice to go up there and just be able to just wear a jersey to the game, with my coat and take it off at the game? Hell yeah, it would be cool. Yes. I mean, it would be awesome. Do I think that is a possibility? Maybe. I don't know. It depends. It depends on how true this article ends up being. I don't know if they ever put a roof on First Energy. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know the logistics.
Right. Because it's built. If you look at it, I don't know how we're going to pull that off.
Now, if you think about, SoFi has a roof.
And it's open.
It's an open stadium
Correct.
with a roof. But is there room to do that with the lake right there?
And it's in California too, bro.
Yeah.
The weather's a little different.
A little bit, yeah.
But, I don't know what the logistics are about putting a roof on a building. I'm not an architect.
Right.
How would it look, and that kind of stuff. Got to get a retractable roof, though. I don't care if it's on First Energy Stadium or if you got to build a new stadium. It's got to happen. Because, one, I'm tired of crap weather games. I don't care about
home field weather.
Home field weather conditions. How much has that happened to help the Browns in our career since we've come back?
I mean, I feel like those games, it's like up in the air. We're either going to win 10-6 or we're going to lose
13-7
or something. Yeah,
right.
It sucks.
I mean, the Browns are way under 500 since coming back. So how much?
I'm not blaming that all on weather, bro.
No, but I'm saying
but I know what you're saying.
If the weather was such an advantage, that would not be the case. Okay, and 2, it'd be nice if our new kicker got to kick in some better weather conditions. 3,
no wind.
Yes, the biggest thing I want to see done with the stadium, and why I wish they would build a new one, not because the parking is awful.
Parking is a nightmare.
Parking and traffic. If it's a 1:00 game, you gotta be in Cleveland by like 9 or 10.
Yep.
Or you're not getting to the game on time.
You're not getting out of Cleveland till
5
or 6.
5:30.
Oh my God.
Easy.
The last time I went to a game, I parked in the parking garage that everybody has to park in, basically, and I didn't move out of my spot for over an hour.
Yeah, that's real. That sucks.
I will say this: the COVID year when I had season tickets was some of the best. Just in and out. You could park wherever you wanted. I mean, there was literally like 12,000 people at the game, so I never really worried about having to go to the bathroom. Like I never had to worry about finding good parking. And I got a hookup too. They sold me their parking pass too, and it was right on the water. It was the best time ever.
I mean, unless you have one of those parking passes, the closest parking's a jaunt.
Yeah.
It's not
unless you park. I park across the street. I'm probably giving away hidden secrets, but I park across the street. There's that little like, I guess it would be just that park or whatever up on top, right where a lot of people tailgate. Yeah. I park right there. As long as you get in there by
6 hours before the
10,
game,
it's not bad. I think it's $25, and it's literally a 10-minute walk to the stadium. So that I'll give you guys my secrets on that. Now, like if you show up at 11:30, they shut down that main road up to
they start shutting streets down.
Yeah, up to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and you're done. You will not even get close to the stadium. You'll end up parking at Progressive Field or whatever they're calling it now.
And they start shutting streets down. So if you want to get into Cleveland, be able to get to your parking garage, you have to get there at 9 a.m. because it's starting at like 10. They start shutting streets down from like up by Progressive Field, getting closer to. So then you have to go to the stadium on like Al Lerner Way or whatever, and it's backed up for 10 miles.
And you have to drive right by it. Yeah. You have to drive by. You're like, that's where I want to go, and you have to keep going because the cops are like, nope. No.
And you'll sit in that traffic line for 3 hours. It's crazy. I would like to see them. This might sound. I'd like to see them move it out of like the main part of Cleveland.
Well, they were talking about even moving it to where the post office is.
I don't know what.
So it's not as. I mean, I don't think you'd be as condensed in, and then they would build a pretty decent sized parking area and parking garage and all that. But it would be sweet. What if they did like a stadium? People are gonna freak out, but what if they built in like Parma? Like
I was like Independence.
Yeah, I think, or that'd be sweet. Or even I don't know. Like
Independence is like 2 exits up from the main part of Cleveland.
I mean, I would if it meant. I love the experience of like walking up the ramp in the water, like you get to look, and I love that. And especially like before week 6, it's awesome. Like it's beautiful. And it's a great experience. It's like one of my favorite experiences as a sporting fan. Like you can go to Cleveland and go to the, baseball game and it's awesome. But like, there's something about like going up the ramp and the wind's blowing and, you see people getting hammered on the boats and everything. And, I think I would be upset about it moving off the lake, but also if there was a new experience that came with it, I would be okay with it. Like $1 billion stadium.
Yeah, I think the stadium has a lot to do with also being attractive to like the free agent market and players wanting to actually play in your city.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about like Lambeau Field, okay, obviously that weather sucks. It's going to be really cold there, but there's tradition there. So players are attracted to that, the tradition, the Lambeau League, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. There's no tradition like that with First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio.
No.
So who cares?
You jump in the dog pound, and that's about it.
But you can have the dog pound
anywhere.
Inside, right? Yeah.
And I saw, and I thought it was a good point. Where's a lot of the best talent in the country? Down south.
Oh,
I mean, we almost lost out on Deshaun because he didn't want to play in the cold weather.
Yeah.
Fair.
You know what I mean? So if you're
and that might also be pushing some of this motivation to do this. Is hey, we got this guy, but we almost did.
Yeah, I mean, so if you're trying to get like the top end talent, obviously, we got like the Buckeyes up here, but a lot of it's from down south, and they don't like the snow and they don't like the cold. They want to play where it's warm. Or they want to play in a dome.
Yep.
So I think it's got to happen. To me, it's almost crazy that they built one in '99 or whatever and didn't put one on it. It's kind of crazy.
That is. I mean,
I guess the league was different back then. You were running the ball more. The NFL is so different now. I want to see 2 teams lined up, and I want to see them at their best playing each other. Yeah. I don't want to watch them slipping and falling, and trying to run through.
That's why every college football playoff game is played in a dome.
Yeah.
Nah, to add to this though, if you do the dome, I think you have to go retractable roof though on it.
Oh, for sure.
I want grass still, man.
Oh,
I don't want the turf, and I don't want to see torn ACLs, and I don't know if there's. To me, I feel like there's a link there. You know what I mean?
No, you can. Well, here's the thing. You can do. I would do retractable. Just roll out it's better.
The grass.
You can do grass in a dome.
Yeah.
You can still do it. They just go buy grass and roll it out.
Yeah. Have you seen them do that where they just literally just they pull it straight out with like 4 tractors and then it's just on the field?
So
I think Arizona does
100%.
That.
And I don't know if you guys have ever paid attention. The Browns' field conditions by the end of the year, they can suck.
Oh yeah,
because the field
because the weather
sucks, and then you're playing it in mud and you're ripping up the middle of the field. You put a retractable roof on it and you have it closed in the wintertime. It's not getting wet and stuff like that. All of a sudden, your field conditions end of the year are still good.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you just want to give your franchise every advantage you can get.
Yes. The weather's not an advantage.
No, it is a disadvantage for everybody. Just because it's your home town, I mean, that's muddy for you too.
Yeah.
It's cold for you too.
It's not like it's only windy when they have the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
It's raining on everybody.
Yep.
Which is really funny because I said that they should put a dome in Cleveland. I think it was last year, and people
I'm pretty sure I argued with you.
very mad at me for saying that.
I think it was like a
I remember
tradition
that.
thing. It was like a tradition thing. Like, and I still see people like even when they talked about it, they were like, the AFC North is, like hard nosed. Like, this is what it is, and we have Nick Chubb, and we can dominate on the ground. And I'm like, well, Nick Chubb will still be very good in good conditions.
Yeah, when it's dry,
it's okay. But I get like the argument, but like, if I think it would be so appealing, and then think about how cool it would be if 10 years down the road we host a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
It gives
like
you that opportunity.
like Cleveland. Don't get me wrong when I say this. Is Cleveland nightlife the same as Miami or Las Vegas? Las
we
Vegas
just
or
hosted
LA.
the NBA All-Star game,
Yeah.
and by all accounts, like
successful.
Cleveland was.
And so was the baseball when they did the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I heard, and that was during what, COVID? What was that year after? Maybe it was right around the same
Might
time.
have been the year before.
Yeah, but
So-
I think it was. But that's my thing is like that would be great for the city. The city of Cleveland needs something other than LeBron James to energize the economy, like sports wise, and like Browns are going to sell out regardless. I mean, they've been selling out with garbage teams for the last 23 years.
Well, and if they build a new stadium, I know paying more taxes definitely sucks, and I don't know the how much the taxes would go up for these people, and it's easy for me to say just pay it because I don't live there.
Right.
But at the same time, you have to realize how much if you build a stadium that can be used all year round, and you got a stadium that's attracting the best talent, and your team's winning, and you're hosting 60 concerts a year and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The economy of Cleveland is better, and then therefore your life is better.
Yeah.
It goes both ways.
I think their big argument is, man, our school system sucks. So how are we going to put $1 billion, stadium in Cleveland when we can't even give proper education? That's a different argument, though. That is not for this podcast.
No.
This is a different podcast.
So let us know what you guys think. Again, I know this time last year when I said get a dome or roof, people did not like it. And then fast forward a year, the Browns they must have listened. They liked my idea.
They listen to our show all the time, man. They're always
Joe
taking our
Thomas does
stuff.
at least.
Yeah.
Just steals all the ideas.
Yep. Hockey fans, the pursuit for the Stanley Cup is on, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, has an unbelievable offer for the most exciting playoffs in sports. New customers can bet $5 on any team to win and get $100 in free bets, no matter what, win or lose. Looking to turn a small bet into a big payday during playoffs? With DraftKings same-game parlays, you can do just that. Create your own parlay by combining multiple bets like which team will win, how many goals will be scored, and more. It's your shot at an even bigger payout. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use promo code TPPN, bet $5 on any NHL team to win, and get $100 in free bets no matter what. That's code TPPN at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.